Welcome to the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. Thank you so much for being here, family. I am your host, Lekeisha Mosley, and I'm so excited for us to have a conversation today. We're going to have a great conversation talking about creating a balanced life, and it's going to be a great conversation because we're getting ready for 2024. And for us to have some tools for us to prepare for that and for us to be intentional and definitely moving forward in our purpose. I'm so excited to have two amazing gentlemen to come to the stage with me and have that conversation from their genius as far as they flow. And I'm so excited about this. We have the amazing J Melane Wise and we have the amazing Michael Patterson that's going to be with us. And they're going to introduce themselves. And I promise you, they're going to be a wealth of knowledge for each and every one of us to moving forward. So I'm so excited, family. Make sure you share, invite. And definitely make sure you subscribe to this YouTube channel. I promise you it's going to be great. There's so many people that are going to be transformed and changed. Let's go. Greetings, gentlemen. Thank you so much for coming to the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. I'm so excited that you had some time to spend some time with us today. How are you both doing?
Doing well. Glad to be here.
Thank you for having me. I'm very happy to be here. Feeling good, feeling great.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you are. I'm so excited for both of you. You have so many great things that's going on within your business and with your community, but please let us know a little bit about yourself. So I'm going to start off with J Melane Wise. Let us know a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Okay, what up, though, first of all?
What up, though? That's yes, Detroit for me, family.
That's Detroit. I'm representing your hometown.
Yes.
So my name is J Melane, also known as Wise. I am a author of an upcoming book entitled Where, and also I am a tech consultant. I guess you would say a tech expert. I have a business called Wise Choice Media, and what we do is I work with creatives as far as their personal business or corporation brand, integrate technology to make their business efficient. That could be anything from using AI tools to hardware or any software, wherever it is. I either can teach you how to use it, or you can also have my services to be able to to improve your technology services within whatever region you need. So that's it in a nutshell.
Wow, that is truly amazing, Wise. Thank you so much for explaining that to us. Wow, you're a wealth of knowledge. Really, you are. Wow. Mike Patterson, how are you doing? Let us know a little bit about yourself as well, and let us know how you're doing in your business as well.
Yes. Life coach Mike Patterson here. Very happy to be here and be present. I am a life coach and a family caregiver specialist. I am also an author uh, as well as a executive director for my newest nonprofit, Making Life Good. Making Life Good is a nonprofit that supports younger and older adults with the tools and resources to be able to support a good life. So we do a lot of work in our communities through outreach, as well as myself as a life coach and a family caregiver specialist. I do some direct activities such as Tai Chi, yoga meditation, as well as self care workshops. So, looking forward to sharing more and enjoying this conversation.
Wow. Yes, I'm looking forward to it too. And the studio audiences as well. You know, it's going to 2024 is coming very soon. And, you know, it's time for us to really start preparing for it. You know, not so much as far as the first of the month of the year when we do transition. Let's talk about a life change. It's all about doing things that is going to transform our lives for the permanent state. So I feel that both of you really resonate with the name of the title of this room, you know, creating a balanced life, really creating something that is going to really create a space of growth, a space that's going to transform us to really do something that's going to stick to ourselves moving forward. So I really love that what you have to share, both of you, as far as your platforms, because you two have two different platforms, very, very powerful platforms. So we definitely need to hear what you have to say when it comes to that. So I would like to hear even more about this. So, Mike Patterson, you have a question. I have a question for you.
Okay.
Yes. So the question is, in the quest of finding balance in life, what is some of the practical strengths and challenges that we can actually transition into in order for as individuals can really adopt a great balance in our lives and prioritize our responsibilities?
Wow. That's a great question. Um, some practical strategies. Um, as a life coach, I do a lot of work with individuals looking to make positive life choices and steps, sometimes career choices, health choices. And I always like to start with some of the basics. So, having someone to sit down and find out, asking themselves, what do they enjoy in life? What are some of the things they truly enjoy that make them happy, um, that maybe they haven't done in a while? Just, sitting down and writing some of those things is very helpful, because it gives you kind of some tools to use that you can utilize. Like, wow, yeah, I used to really love to ride bikes. Maybe riding bikes is something that I would like to get into to improve my health, as well as something that is going to create enjoyment and give me an opportunity to practice self care. Um, so, always starting with a list of what you enjoy, what you like, and things that really bring pleasure.
That's amazing. I really resonate with that, honestly, because, you know, I need to take one day at a time. A lot of times we want to make a transformational change, as far as making things stick all at one time. And we think it does that. Sometimes we think in our minds, but honestly, that is just ineffective. You said take it one day at a time, right? You said take the great things, that
Ab-
you can change, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Just like I said, creating a list of the things that you enjoy, the things that you like, and then looking at your current lifestyle. What are some things that you can do differently, that you have control over? um, Maybe it's getting up a little bit early, or going to bed a little bit earlier, to get more rest so that you feel more rested for the day. um, Drinking an extra glass of water a day to help with hydration for your health. Taking out some intentional time to have some quiet time, or some breathing techniques. So it's a lot of different ways that you could go about creating practical strategies. But the main thing that I would like to stress to people is that everyone is different. So everyone is going to have a different game plan, a different strategy. So you got to really find what works best for you. Some people, like myself, I'm a writer. I like to write. I like to have lists. I carry notebooks all around. Some people aren't writers. Maybe they like to keep things in their phones. People are very, connected to their phones as well. So finding out the strategies that work best for you is going to be very helpful.
I believe in that. I really believe in that. I'm so thankful that you answered that for us because, I believe that is a process that's going to be effective, right? And it's going to be fun. You don't want to just do something that feels like work that's, just dragging, right? You want to feel like, you're ready for it. You're like, oh, I get to work on this because I know I will be able to accomplish it, right?
Yes.
So, yeah. I really feel that. You have other people that are coming in. They're saying hello, Wise, and hello, Mike. We have Joe here with us, and he is from the House Creativity. He says hello, hello. So definitely, he's chiming in, and he's feeling the nuggets as well. That is definitely laid out here. He says hello, family. He says hello. So I'm so excited about it. Wow, this is really going great. Wow, Wise. What do you think about what Coach Mike just said about that as far as taking things in that perspective when it comes to our life?
Yeah, I love the way how he said is, you have to understand yourself and what works best for you. And I love the way, like you said, writing down was some is what I have practiced for the technically last 2.5 years. A person who did not like to write, did not like to read, and then I had to change the balance of my life. And by me actually journaling, writing thoughts down, I realized it actually is a release. I use the term called power to the pen. So you apply the power to the pen when you take the power of your mind, your thoughts, and you write it out, and allow you to actually release. And a lot of things you have in your head is no longer there. You see it there, it's on print, and your memory actually does better by you writing it down, believe it or not. So, but also me being a tech expert, also I know how to use technology with that as well. So I would use my iPad and use the journal app or any other, I guess, text written app, and I use my pen. Sometimes I type things in, but things I want to really define things or really want to remember things, I actually use my Apple Pen and write it down as in the notepad as well. And actually, it's a digital print for me. I can have it everywhere because it would be in my phone, it would be on my Mac or wherever it is. So I always have access to the data. So that's another way of using technology. So you can use the paper pen, which I'm fine because I do that too. But also have learn how to balance that with using technology as well.
I love that. I know I love that. Definitely that helps me out to really bring on the tech and also be able to bring on some of the things we used to do, when it comes to our pen. You know what I mean? We need to incorporate both of those. So that really brings us into a place that we can do everything. I feel that we can.
Absolutely.
100,
Hmm.
100%.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Well, this next question is for you, Wise. I really believe that this is going to be an effective question. As a tech consultant and multimedia artist, how has it been in your personal interest in mindfulness and clarity into your creative process? That's the first question. And the second part is, are there any specific techniques or practices that you find helpful in balancing focus and staying present?
Oh wow, great question. It's very layered. Oh wow, I mean, you come with
Yes.
some questions. You ask the best questions, allow you to actually think here. So yes, for integrating mindfulness and clarity, I have a method that I use. I call it Mastermize Today. And what I mean by that is, I'm a person who live off biblical principles. And everybody's their own thing, but I live off biblical principles because I believe that strategies and there are key principles there that teach you how to govern life. So when I say that in the book of Genesis, it talk about to evening to morning is the first day. So out of that principle, I gain a process of throughout the day, especially in the evening. I start writing down my thoughts. I start like we were talking about again. We were talking about journaling and stuff earlier. So I'll write down the 5 top things, which I use 5 as a number of grace. 5 top things that I need to get accomplished the following day. The next day, not thinking too far into the next day, but realizing these things need to be done for me to actually go forth into the next day. So I'll write down the first 5 important things as a technique for me to get the things done. Of course, things can happen throughout the next day, but I know these are the 5 things I need to pay attention to. So I write that down, and then like I said, go through the night because that release, you had that release again. So you had nothing in your head that's actually written. So in the next morning when I wake up, some other techniques I apply. I wake up and I make sure I pray and meditate. Do that every morning. I pray and meditate, and I ask for direction throughout the day. How can I be a service to someone? How can I bless someone, that individual, whatever? So I already set the intention for the day of how I'm going to operate. How can I be able to be a blessing to someone? So with the 5 things I already wrote down, then I'll set my attention to the day with prayer and meditation. Then, I'll go to a prayer group in the morning that actually help with the governance of that getting filled up so I'll be able to pour out. Then also I set my day. Exercise is very important. Mike knows this, very important. So you have to schedule time in your day to either walk or as he does, he's a Tai Chi. Use some kind of motion or something to move your body around. Yes, we want to work, and sometimes in America we sit at our desk all day, but you have to and you have to schedule out in that routine of your day to be able to use motion to be able to move your body. Your human body is meant to move. That way you have arms and legs and stuff, and once you move, you understand you get another set of clarity again. So applying the method of maximize the day, you write your techniques at night, you wake up in the morning, you pray and meditate, then you also be intentional about your day. Then schedule throughout the day as you work and navigate through life through that day. Make sure you take time for yourself to be able to walk, go to the gym, wherever is your personal thing, because everybody's different. Mike said before, everybody different. So you got to find what works for you and do those things, and you realize your day you get more things accomplished. Make time to block out things. Pencil in, it had to be 30 minutes or it had to be 90 minutes, whatever it is. Make sure you make block time to get certain things done and try to avoid distractions as much as possible. Yes, things come up, but just be intentional about your day. So those are some of the techniques I would like to share.
I love that. I truly love that. I believe a lot of us can really begin to grasp how we can make that happen by taking those steps, and just being to cultivate our life moving forward ahead. Definitely, we're ready for 2024 with these tips. I really appreciate both of you. My goodness, Mike, I got to ask you when it comes to, just as you being not only a life coach, but as you being just a genius and an expert when it comes to Tai Chi and a yoga instructor and practitioner, tell us what strategies you can do as far as that. What do you recommend, just added bonuses as far as us to be able to definitely to have wellness in our pursuit of understanding how we need balance in life?
Absolutely. Um, the number one thing you need is intention. Um, you guys have heard me on other podcasts and have heard me about being intentional over and over again. Um, and when you intend to do something, that's powerful. And so setting those intentions to make intentional time for yourself is important, because at the end of the day, self-care is your responsibility. It's no one else's. It is yours. No one can make you unhealthy or any of those things. You are the controller of your vessel, right? So being intentional is number one. Just being intentional with your self-care. Um, I would say, similar to like we talked about before in the previous question. Um, Number two is finding what you enjoy, finding your passion, finding what you believe in, finding that thing um, that you want to accomplish, you want to do, you have aspirations for, or that you truly enjoy, knowing what those are. So that you have the intention, then you know what you're going to do, and then planning. Um, you know, we live busy schedules. Like I mentioned before, something simple that I know I have done personally is just waking up a little bit earlier. Um, at one time, I was a night owl. Then when I ran track, I was a morning person, and then or now I'm kind of a night owl and a morning person, which doesn't always balance out, but I try to make it work. But just I intentionally took that time, said, hey, I can wake up 15, 20 minutes earlier to do something that I'm energized and I'm inspiring to do, that's going to help me improve my lifestyle. And so just being intentional and knowing what you want to aspire, and planning for it. Just try to keep it simple. You don't want to have a whole bunch of steps and processes and different things. And depending on what you aspire to do, there may be additional steps. But just kind of keeping it simple, because so many times people get overwhelmed. They feel like they have to have this before they can do that. But that's not always the case.
Yeah, I agree with that, because a lot of times we do overdo it. We think that it's better if we have more. But honestly, it's better to live, with the
Mhm.
same mind, right? In order to be able to pursue anything else.
Absolutely,
Wow. Yeah.
absolutely. Or thinking just because they gotta get in shape now, they gotta get a gym membership now, they gotta get clothes to buy. You don't gotta do all that. You don't have to do all that. Just get up about 10 minutes earlier, go for a walk. Walking is a fantastic exercise. You can lose
Yeah.
plenty of weight just walking. It doesn't always have to be Billy Blanks, Planet Fitness, and let me not say no names. I don't want to get nobody in trouble, but you know what I'm saying.
I relate to that. I have to listen. I have to confess my mess. Because having that membership, you think you winning, you doing something. I say I got that membership. Hey,
Uh-huh.
I'm about to
And
make it
and, and, and
happen
and you've been there about how many times they getting their money every month.
every month. The
Every just
strategy is
yep.
real.
Mm-hmm. And
Oh gosh,
every time it come out, you always say, "I'm gonna go to that gym." You ain't been there yet.
exactly.
You ain't been there
It's
yet.
true. It's true. And being somebody that's military, I know better. Like I know better. You know what I'm saying? But even
Yes.
us with the military and having that experience, we still want to just, look like we're doing something if we get this extra, kind of like doing an extra, thinking this extra, this is really just an extra load. It's really
Mm-hmm.
bringing on anxiety and honestly, it's bringing on a negative aspect in your mind to really just, it's not really telling you the truth.
Mm.
You're really just doing the most, so you don't need to.
Yes.
Wow. I love this. Wow. This is amazing. This is amazing. Wow. Wise. Wow. Are you feeling this? Are you
Oh
getting a
yes.
membership or are you just
Well,
doing what the in home work? Cause I'm thinking the in home work works. You know what I'm saying? Just doing things like that.
At least to get you
oh,
started.
oh
At
yeah. To
least to
get you
get you
started.
started.
Yeah, I love the response, and yeah, let me confess my mess. I got a gym membership too, and I have not been using the way I should be using it. I do more calisthenics and more stuff because I travel a lot, and so at the place I'm at now, I'm fortunate enough to have some contact with Coach Mike as well. So he's one of my personal trainers, and he gave me a lot of techniques that I don't have to go to the gym. So I need to evaluate my gym membership because, like I said, I do a lot of workout, but I don't do it actually at the gym. I actually at the hotels I'm at or other places I'm staying. I'm able to get a lot of my good workout in. Like I said, it's simple as taking a walk. Simple as taking a walk. I love the way he said, be intentional and keep it simple. Be intentional and keep it simple. You don't have to be, all, oh yeah, I got to buy this big, all this, the sweatwear, what I'm saying, get the latest shoes and stuff like that. No, just simple. Use what you have. Use what's in your house. And just go ahead and do a walk. Relax yourself. A whole lot of stuff come upon it because we add extra stress to our lives. If we
Yes.
remove the stress, then then the levels that I call alignment out of the balance would come. So, excellent response.
Yeah, I'm loving this. I'm loving this because it's really, we're taking notes, honestly. We're famous to do that, right? To take notes because we need to. In 2024, we're going to be ready for it. We're going to do some differences and we're going to make some changes. I'm looking in the chat. We have our amazing Daniel here with us, listening to us. He says, "Good day, y'all." And he's really having a good connection with us as well, too. So thank you so much for being here.
Praise
Wow, this is great. I love it. So the next question, I believe this is going to be a great question. Of course, this is from you, King Wise. We call you King. Definitely, it is from your book, Where sheds light on the challenges you faced growing up without a father figure and the impact it had on your childhood. In that context, in finding balance in life, how do you navigate your journey of healing and self discovery while also striving to create a balance within your fulfilling your life for yourself?
Ooh, that is a very layered question again. I mean, you'll come up with some of the
God.
best questions. Ooh, man, I might need to defer that to Mike. No, 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 no. Wow, that's a good one. Let me be very honest how I look at that one. So make sure you keep me correct on how to answer this question, though. So it's very layered. So going back to the challenge without my father, it was a time, a reason why I wrote the book Where it was inspired. It was inspired by me in prayer, and it was a download that the Lord gave me, and He said, you need to write a book, and He gave me the title was Where. And there's a reason why. Is you actually, when you start reading the book, you start understanding. But one of the parts in there was when my father actually left out my life when I was about 8.5, about 8.5, going on to 9. It was a situation happened with him, and he was he was a veteran as well. He served in the Vietnam War, and when he came back, it was different for him, and he had challenges, not knowing his whole entire childhood, but definitely when he came back from the military, he was a different person, and his communication wasn't there. So a lot of things he couldn't communicate. He actually, was in it by force, and and it caused havoc in the household. So with that being said, he made a decision to leave, and when he left, he gave me a command. It was a Saturday morning. Though back in the day, we used to remember Saturday morning cartoons. So Spider-Man and Amazing Friends, the Justice League and all that stuff with that. So I was on the floor playing with my Superman and Spider-Man and all them toys, But I never forget the moment. And he said, son, and I turned around, I like, yes, yes, sir, and all that stuff. And he said, well, I'm leaving. Take care of your mom. Take care of your mom. Then he's out the door. Now getting you contents before that, I never had a great relationship with my dad, so it was very it was toxic. So I never had any instruction how to take care of mom. I just know the way he did things, I was not want to do it his way. So I said, whatever you doing, I did not want to be that. So it caused that challenge, because that challenge is, okay, what I saw is not a good example. So how can I be the opposite of that? So I came very, what we call helpful, or very I call it the superhero complex, because I like superheroes, right? So the superhero, you want to save the day. You always want to save the day. And them complexes cause challenges in my life, because I guess you say relationship, doesn't matter. I had this Superman complex, or the Spider-Man complex, or what you call Incredible Hulk complex. You want to save the day, and you don't learn the level sense of balance and loving yourself. So you always think about taking care of somebody, but never learn how to love and take care of yourself. So it created a challenge. By me saying that, by my loss of my dad, in my book, Entire Aware, chapter 3 is titled "What Is Happening," and it's actually deal about the struggles dealing with that, and it caused me to have anxiety. So it talk about anxiety I had as a young person, is dealing with the household, dealing with the family unit, dealing with school. So then I go to chapter 4, and I talk about "Let Me Explain," and it talk about what I really wanted from dad. Saying I wanted that communication, I wanted that connection. I did not, it was that missed opportunity to connect. So navigating through that was very difficult for me. Not because I wasn't a generally nice person or a kind person, but I had a complex that I had to save the day, or whatever it is I had to save. And so it caused me to be what we call not in balance, because I wasn't in balance with myself. More like, you see the arms, or what we call justice, and the weight of balance and stuff. It always was tilted to somebody else. Was never tilted to me. So I pursued things to make sure other folks were happy, but I never had happening for myself. So you always have another, anxiety or a level of depression, because you wasn't fulfilling the total thing of making sure you good, make sure you have self-love, and you have love for others. I always had the love for others, but I never had love to myself, which in turn get to the point of almost what I call it 2 years ago, over 2.5 years ago, when I had the lowest moment in my life. And I really had the lowest moment in my life. And I mentioned this on my own podcast as well. And that I wanted to give, I just ain't see no reason to live no more. I really didn't see a reason to live. And when I'm my lowest moment in prayer, That's why I found myself at the lowest point, but I also found myself through the prayer of God. And I asked God, show me my principalities, show me my powers, and show my rulers. And he took me back to the moment when I was a youth in that situation, and also situations before, which caused me to have that complex of being that superhero and the nice guy complex. So what I did is through prayer worked on loving myself. Then
Mm-hmm.
also I got around accountability people. I got people in my life that kept me accountable about loving myself, realize who I am as I learn about myself, rediscover about myself. Also, I got professional help as well. I went out and got a person who was certified and be able to handle trauma and teach me how to deal with trauma, set up boundaries, and make sure I have boundaries not just for other people, but for myself, and make sure I love myself and trust myself enough that I'm able to keep the boundaries for myself. And with that, I start adding practices, and the practice, like I said, led up to the maximizing of the day. So when I do things, I maximize the day, not just so I get tasks done, but also be in purpose and fulfilling. So when I go out and be able to be help to somebody, but also on help for myself. First of all, I love myself, and I use this word. I use this every time I'm on somewhere. I said, love is a action word. While you take the time to love yourself, make sure you show love to someone else. And that's just a principle because love is action. That means it's a work and something had to be done. But while you're doing that, make sure you love yourself. If you understand your principle and purpose in life, then when you go out and you show love, then you're not thinking about yourself in the process. It's okay to think about yourself in the process and make sure that the love is there for yourself to be able to actually show love with others. I hope that answered the question.
Oh, absolutely. To me, it answered the question. I mean, this is a
And some.
conversation for all of us, right? We're literally getting the downloads, and we're reminded of the right things to really focus on. I mean, it was truly amazing for me. Wow. What about you, Mike? Listen, this is
Yeah,
amazing.
yeah, yeah. I mean, I'm just, you got me over here thinking, like, okay, hold on,
Yes.
because I too grew up without a father. But my uncle, who's about 12 years older than me, 11, 12 years older than me, um, kind of turned into more of a father figure for me as I got a little bit older. But it definitely, even makes me think back to, some of the challenges I had in my childhood, um, not growing up with a father, and similar to you, through therapy, which is something I believe in, is, or at least having someone to talk to. Um, it is good because you get an opportunity to work through those trauma and kind of find out about yourself, find out, why you do the things you do sometimes. Sometimes you don't even realize that it's something that came from your childhood, like you said, something as simple as, him leaving that day and, giving you that Superman or superhero complex, I think that's something that I would definitely want the listeners to take out of is, through the opportunity of healing and talking to a professional, you can really dig deep into finding out some of those traumas that may be hindering you from achieving you to do the things that you aspire and, want to do in life.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And you learn something from those
Absolutely.
experiences over years to come,
Yeah.
right?
Hmm.
You learn from how what to pick and choose to utilize today. You don't have to continue it, but most of the people that we know that does continue it, but you don't have to. You can have
Yeah.
the choice. You
Yeah.
own your reality. Wow, that's truly amazing. you know I really love this conversation, and I love the fact that we can really maneuver how we can create a balanced life, and we have control. We just received so many tools and nuggets in order how to do that, just with you, amazing King Wise, and also King Mike. We heard so many things and how we can change our perspective on life. you know if we don't have information, we can go to therapy, we can go to a coach, we can utilize other resources from from a professional or we can connect with our good friends that, like-minded friends that are able to resonate, that are able to tell us, something great about us, and behind the scenes, and just have a conversations with us and tell us something that we can change. And I love how we're able to take those perspectives and be able to do something different for our lives. Preparing ourselves for 2024. Honestly, I believe it's going to be great. So, that's great for me. My last final question that I wanted to ask, and I really believe that this was going to be something that's meaningful. So, for the year 2024, just as we get ready for it, what are some of the main nuggets and strategies that you want us to focus on in order to really actually be able to change our lives? I don't want the list of having a fit body and the first month of January. You know how we do those things. No, I want some concrete information on what we should strategize to do something that will stick. Move forward. I believe both of you can answer that question.
Go ahead, brother. Go ahead, King
All right,
Wise.
all right. I'll jump in real quick. Then I
Mm-hmm.
let the expert come behind me, to say the best for last. So yeah, for as techniques and stuff for 2024, I recommend a lot of things that change over the year, especially with the introduction of having AI tools to the public. AI has been around for a long time. As you study and stuff, you realize back in the 40s and the 50s, and actually in the 60s, they were actually did a lot of stuff with AI. It just wasn't to the general public to as it is now. But with the Lisa Open AI doing Chat GBT and all the other, I guess you call flavors of AI tools out there, a lot of things going to change in 2024. But what I encourage people to do is not to get scared and stuff. Just get informed, but also get transformed. I'm big about transforming, me using things to help you transform your life. Get familiar with some of the tools out here and use these tools to actually set up plans, be able to brainstorm. That's what they're there for, especially like the free versions of ChatGPT and Claude, Bard, or whatever flavor you use. Meta got their own, and everybody else and their mama got their own flavors now. But use these tools that you feel comfortable with to actually do strategizing plans, set up schedules. You can ask it if you learn how to do prompt engineering. You can be very simple with it and say, hey, I want a 30-day plan on how to do this, and I'm thinking about this and stuff, and they can formulate and give you structure and outlines of how you can do certain things, so you don't have to have all these things in your head or figure a whole lot of things out. It have a wealth of information. Of course, you got to invest in stuff. You got to double check and invest some stuff. But if you won't understand stuff for health, if you want to understand certain things for meal plans, you want to understand how you can use certain things for like food. Okay, I'm taking this medicine here and it got this in here. What foods are attributed to it that is equal to that, so I don't have to use medication. I can use natural foods. And it will give you a list of information. You can go back and study and see, oh, I can do that. Instead of you going to a library, it's in the palm of your hand now. It's in the palm of your hand. So I would actually in 2024, the tools are going to get much more better. Text to speech, text to video, text to image. All these things going to get much better. So I recommend people start getting used to the technologies and use these things to make it have your efficient life. You don't have to be scared, but use these tools to be efficient. If you're a writer, maybe get ideas. I ain't say you got to write the thing for you. What I'm saying is brainstorm so it can give you ideas and contents based on what other information is out there so far, and then you can actually help you be a efficient writer. If you're a person in health, like Mike is in health, he can use these tools to ask, okay, give me a strategy plan how I can help these type of people. These people, for example, I know you deal with the older adults, and you can ask about this age range. What do you see in this specific age range is the big common denominator with health, with the heart or the back or whatever it is? And it will give you information that you can help you to formulate and make your job, or what I call whatever your purpose is, much more better or efficient. So those are some things I would say in 2024. Start using these tools. I'm an Apple user, so I use Apple because I know it's something great. All of them got that different flavor, but I like the ecosystem of it. So I use the Apple Watch. I use my iPhone. I use my iPad. I let them sync up. And when I do at moments, I need to take notes. I'll have my phone. I will take a note But guess what? I know the note will be back in my MacBook. It'll be back in my iPad. I'm able to research and get this data from there. So find the tools and how they can use those tools to maximize. I always talk about the day. To maximize your day so you can have a very efficient day and allow you to have more time for yourself as well. So I hope that helped.
Yes, it truly helps me. Oh, wow. That was truly remarkable. Oh, my goodness. I know that our amazing coach Mike has something to say about that. We would love to hear your feedback as far as how we can transition in 2024.
Yes, yes. This is a great question, and it also kind of is a great intro to a webinar that I will be doing on my website, makinglifegood.org, um, in January, called New Year, New Me. That's kind of one of the things people hear. I hear all the time, people, New Year, New Me. So this year, I want to do a self-care workshop centered around that to provide some tools and tips. And so you guys get a little sneak peek of what it's going to look like. Okay. So when we talk about self-care, self-care is more than just the physical self-care, exercising, eating, things of that nature. So when we talk about self-care, I like to look at the five self-care kind of arms, so to speak. So you have your physical, like we just mentioned, exercising, making your annual doctor's appointment. That's another plug. So if anyone has not made their annual doctor's appointment, go ahead and do that first and foremost. Okay. Number two, you have your mental self-care. So I mentioned I like to write, so writing, listen to music, things of that nature. And then you have your emotional and social self-care, so having friends like Wise and other people that you can talk to and connect with and socialize with. Humans by nature, we are born to be social and to be around other people. So having that emotional, social self-care is important. Um, and then your spiritual, whether it's, a religious or practicing meditation, whatever it is, always having the appreciation and the praise for the Most High, whoever you choose. And then lastly, which is very important that a lot of people don't consider, is your work self-care. Okay. So many people are at work, don't create boundaries at work, maybe work jobs that are unfulfilling to them, which causes, sometimes depression or other feelings. So those five self-care arms are the techniques that I would suggest for 2024. So self-care for physical, mental, emotional and social, spiritual, and work.
Wow. That's power packed right there. Oh, yeah. We have everything we need for sure. Between you, Amazing Wise, and between you, Amazing Mike, I feel that we are ready for 2024, honestly. Not with just the same old, just a New Year's resolution. No, it's called about transformation. It's all about changing our lives for real and really making an impact and making an impact not only for our personal lives, but for people around us as well, and really being intentional about that. So I really appreciate this,
Yeah.
right? It's just really great. Wow.
Yes.
Agreed.
Yes.
Mm-hmm,
If
mm-hmm.
anybody wants to know more, like I said, they can go to my website, makinglifegood.org. Scroll. You can see we just previously did a webinar for our caregivers for December. You know, go ahead and connect with us. Shoot us an email, a note, and we'll be in contact.
Absolutely. Listen, we were just going right into it. Coach Mike, you really knew what I was going to say. And I really appreciate everything about you. Just this conversation truly has been rich. It truly has been informative. And I feel that we can all glean on something as far as how we can make a real impact for the year 2024. I believe this is our year. And I believe when we
Absolutely.
say it's our year, you have to come and grab it. You have to take account and take ownership and make
Yeah,
it happen. And with these tools between you, both of you, I believe that we have something that's going to stick because we have clarity, right? And we have a very
absolutely.
an ensure planned information in order for us to move forward. So, in other words, we are not stuck. We are unstuck, and we can begin to move forward in the life today. I just
Absolutely.
appreciate both of you. Wow, this is truly amazing. I hope you guys feel
I
good because
appreciate
I'm
you.
feeling good.
I
Definitely
feel
good. Definitely
fantastic.
good.
I'm
Yeah. Oh
fired
yeah.
up now.
I'm ready now. I'm fired up.
Oh yeah, oh yeah.
Yes, yes.
Float
Oh
like a
gosh.
butterfly, sting like a bee. Roma, young
Rumble,
man,
young
Roma.
man, rumble.
I
Ah,
Uh,
love it. Oh
yes,
gosh.
yes.
That's how this is supposed to be, and that's why I wanted this particular show and all the shows on the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha to be like. I want it to be a transformation for us to be able to talk about the things that we need to talk about so we can make a mental change first, so we can share with the world, so we can have a positive effect. And I'm so thankful to have this. I want to know between both of you, please let us know how we can still connect to you because you're doing great things out in the world. We want to make sure that we are staying in touch and being able to support you in all the resources and definitely so into your ministries. We'll start with you, Coach Mike, first, since you started off.
Yes, yes. Like I mentioned, and I put the website right under my name so you can write it down or go to it anytime. Makinglifegood.org is the best way to find out what I have going on, as well as my partners. I'm not doing this all by myself. I have great, tremendous partners and partnerships. So, it's a group of highly motivated individuals just looking to share the wealth, share our gifts, and do what God has here for us. You can also find me on Instagram at Life Coach Mike P. Instagram on Making Life Good NC. We're currently going to be expanding in 2024. Um, we're doing some great work in the communities, in the 55 plus communities. We're in the negotiations to contract with another community of over 600 homes. So we're going to get a chance to impact over thousands and thousands of people. So super excited about that. Um, as well as some of the dementia workshops that will be taking place this coming spring to just encourage our people to be aware of aging and know what aging looks like and how to take care of our aging loved ones. So, really excited about 2024. Keep up with me at makinglifegood.org or on my Instagram. My most active one is Life Coach Mike P. So, come see me, check me out.
I love it. I love it. I love it. Wow, wow, wow. We have our amazing King Wise. We would love to hear what you have going on as well, too. The floor is yours.
yeah. Yeah. Thank you, Lakeisha. Mike, that was definitely fire, man. Dropping 24 karat gold bars, boy, left and
Brother.
right. Oh man, yeah. What's going on with me is I also have a podcast as well. It's called Wise. It's going live at 5, and I have that weekly every Friday at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and that's just for a celebration of life. It's talking about my upcoming book Where, but what I do is also showcase other people talents and gifts in their life's journeys, and we actually have discussions, and then people have interviews, just sharing their lives and sharing their opportunity, what their purpose are. So definitely check that out. You can go to Google and just type in Wise going live to add some at 5, and all my information power there. Also, you want to know more stuff about me, you can go to my website, my personal website, which is J Melane, as they see the name there, just all together, jmalanewise.com. And you see information about me, my latest podcast for Wise Going Live, pre-order for my book, Where is there. Also, I got a merch line. I'm not showing this right now. This is a blessing for somebody gave me, but I do have t-shirts for wear and other things like that, for sports t-shirts, hoodies, and stuff like that. Also, my business as Wise Choice Media, the links is there as well. You go to my personal page, you learn more about my company, Wise Choice Media, and all the stuff there. And also on Instagram, again, J Melane Wise. All my handles on the internet is pretty much my name. You can go there and find out more information about me. If you want to hit me on the social media, and you want to DM and all that stuff like that. So, looking forward to work with anybody, anything dealing with technology, just want to nerd out, or just talk about life in general. So, with that, I'm done. Lekeisha, back to you.
I love this. I love this. Both of you have been such an amazing resource for each and every one of us from the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha. I'm just so thankful that we are enriched and we can make moves. We can make changes just by the knowledge that you've provided both of us, both all of us, excuse me, and everyone is listening on the replays and also in the studio audience right now. I'm just so thankful. This has been so rich, and I'm looking forward for all of us to support you in everything that you're doing. And definitely, you already know this is not the last time. Please come back again. I promise you it's going to be great. You definitely have great resources and great tools that you can share with us all. Definitely for our life to be better, for our life to be rich, and for us to definitely make a great transformation moving forward in our business and purpose. Thank you so much, gentlemen. I appreciate each and every one of you.
thank you
Thank
for
you for
having us.
having us.
Anytime, I'm always here, and I like to talk, so why not?
We are like-minded. We do too. I'm telling you, that's what I'm talking about. We're going to have a great time together. So I
Yes,
appreciate both of
yes,
you.
yes,
Amen.
and
Wonderful.
thank
Thank
you
you,
for
Lekeisha.
everyone who's watching, listening. Share this information with anyone who could benefit. Share it on your social medias. Share it on Facebook. All that. Get it out there.
Yes, I'm 100% agree. Share this. It's great information, and she have a wonderful platform. As you all can tell,
Yes,
she's amazing. So, yes,
yes, yes,
we got a terminology used for you. I said what? So rock star. So you so rock star. So appreciate
yes,
you.
yes.
That's right. I am so rock star. And I just appreciate both of you. Wow. This is truly amazing, gentlemen. Thank you so much. So I appreciate it. So we're going to have a great time next time that you come in. Definitely, this is a blessing. Truly, it was. Wow. Thank you
Absolutely.
so much.
Thank you again for having me, and I look forward to the next time.
Same here.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Woo. It's going to be great. Gentlemen, thank you. Be
Thank you.
blessed. Everyone, this was such a great episode that we had on the Confused to Focus Talks with Lekeisha, talking about creating a balanced life. Definitely has been rich and definitely informative. All of us, we can do some changes. We can make some changes, family, and we can definitely make a change for the year 2024 and definitely for our lives moving ahead for anyone that's connecting to us. Family, thank you so much for coming into the show today. Don't forget to subscribe to the YouTube channel as well and share with your friends and family and connections moving forward. Don't forget to go onto my website, LekeishaMosley.com, to get connections there, updates, and bonuses, and also get my latest book, How to Get Unstuck, Confused to Focus, which is featured in the back of here. And I'm looking forward to you connecting with all the books, platforms, and my courses moving forward ahead. Thank you so much for coming in today. It's been such a great, rich conversation. And remember, like I always say, in all you do, lead with confidence, understanding, and love always. Be blessed, everyone.